Hello everyone, this is Zero, and today we are starting a new series where we examine World of Vision units in regards to their design, a bit about their background, and what might have led to their creation. Today, we're going to talk about Fina. In regards to format, I will follow the characters. I will follow a chronological acquisition of characters from Mont onward. I believe that Mont is a very special unit, and I will do a full character review on him a bit later down the line. Okay, without further ado, let us examine Fina. Who is Fina? Fina is an original Final Fantasy Brave Exvius character, and from my understanding, she is one of the main characters of the series, alongside Rain and Laswell. Fina has lost her memory, and this is how she comes across from that moment. I haven't played Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, but from my understanding, she has an original personality, which is known as Dark Fina, where she is brash and quite straightforward and kind of bratty. This is her personality. Normal Fina, well, I'll call it normal, but the current version of Fina that we have in World of the Vision is her version after she suffered from amnesia, where she is described to be kind and caring and naive. I would describe this change of personality kind of like the concept of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where there is a suppressed side to everyone or to certain individuals that comes up under specific circumstances. Okay, let us examine her 2D design. The first thing that we notice is the flow of our eyes. My eyes are certainly drawn to her face first, which then her hair brings it down to the cape, and then my eyes flow across her TMR bow. So this is the flow I feel my eyes are drawn to. And yes, it is a very asymmetrical design. She's on her one foot, kind of makes us understand that she is kind of stable. And if we had a 3D visual of this design, we could see that her leg is forward with her knee, and she's also protecting her body with her arm, with her forearm. This makes me understand that she wants to keep distance from people for some reason. She's kind of trying to protect her body somehow, and also with the fact that her body is, her upper torso is tilted to a different direction than the one her hips are facing. I really wanted to point out that her 2D design is very, very faithful to her original CGI design from the original game, and there is an example right here on the screen. I really commend the artists for trying to replicate the same pose and the same feel, obviously while maintaining the World of the Vision visual sense. Yeah, I do believe that they did a really good job. Now let us examine her colors. Certainly her primary colors are purple, white, and black. Now, I believe that purple is a complementary color of yellow, and white is the opposite of black. So, from my understanding, that could be a representation of who Fina is, where she currently appears to be a very nice and angelic and kind person, but there's a dark side behind her, and there is sort of this 50-50 split between black accents covering what otherwise would show her skin. Okay, let us move on to the 3D design. But before I do that, I actually wanted to emphasize another aspect that could reinforce the fact that the developers, the 2D artists wanted to convey a feeling of kindness. From my research, when designing a character, there's several shapes that would indicate whether a character is good or bad or brash, and ovals are a shape that would reinforce and indicate a character's kindness and good natured will, and so on. And we can certainly see that if we cross-dissect Fina. So her face is obviously oval, her torso is oval, her legs also are very oval, and her bow follow an oval pattern as well. Okay, let us move to the 3D model. And again, they did an extremely good job at trying to replicate her CGI model from the original Final Fantasy Brave Exvius game. What can we see here? I am very, very pleased with the resolution of the textures. They are quite high, especially for an early unit. And I also do like that they try to replicate the same pattern design as is visible from her leggings over here in the 2D and in the 3D models. And yes, also her animation is quite kind. That nod that everything is going to be okay, and that smile that tries to reassure you is quite reassuring. And her kit also would reinforce that, because she has healing and protecting jobs, which would obviously support your party. Now, I believe that Fina was based on an existing character, and the closest representation I could find was from an anime called The Melancholy of Suzumiya Haruhi. And the character in question would be Asahina Mikuru. There's a couple of things that would make me think of Asahina. That would be, first of all, the fact that Asahina is a time traveler, and we still don't know whether this Fina is from the future or the past, because Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and World of the Vision occur in the same universe. So we still don't know whether this Fina is a vision or is it the actual character. I'm not sure whether that will ever be revealed. Likewise, personality-wise, they're very shy, they're very soft-spoken, they're very polite, and yes, I definitely feel that Asahina was one of the characters that Fina could have been based on. Okay, so this is pretty much what I wanted to discuss in regards to Fina. I'm always happy to receive feedback. If there's anything else you want me to discuss in regards to a character evaluation, Perusal, feel free to leave the comments below. The next character we will explore will be Ramada, and Ramada certainly holds a special place in my heart. So look up for that next unit Perusal. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you at the next video. Take care.